welcome to my channel. This is Lauren Childs, cat lady and creator in Miami. So I'm gonna do another video now about another subject I don't want to be talking about. LA fitness safety. And before I get into that, I would like to point out I just did another video I didn't want to talk about, and that was TikTok's publishing and promoting of intentional animal cruelty videos. Sick as hell. So I've made videos on that and I've put them over the web, and I will be making more because, you know, like Einstein said, when you see evil, you have to do something about it. That wasn't quite his quote, but that's what he's saying. And okay, who am I? English woman in Miami, written movies, and that's one of my goals. Make my movies. I'm trying to make my movies, and I want to create hugely influential cat and dog sanctuaries for starters. So I've been quite down actually because I have not been able to do that stuff yet. I mean, I am known in the community for helping and loving animals. And by the way, like, I'm a cat lady, I run around feeding lots of cats, and I've been taking on a lot more cats, which since I ride a bike is even heavier than before. Loads and loads of food I have to take for these gorgeous, gorgeous animals, which is a really beautiful experience feeding all these cats, and I really want. Here we go again. So I put some files like in the phone in the trash, and I hope I killed them. And I hope I've got enough space to talk now for a few minutes. Anyway, like I was saying, I go around, I feed piles of cats, and it's very grueling work actually. And I get donations from the community. I'm on a local forum to be able to do this. You know, I ask for donations, and you know, it's not like a regular amount of donations I get. And I have asked on social media for donations, so if no one has sent any donations yet, you know. So if you'd like to, there are links below, you know, that place where you're going to subscribe and like and comment and everything. Please do, and please watch till the end of this video because it's really important to me and the cat people. And all these people waiting for me to do my movies. Anyway, yeah, if you want to contribute, you can contribute via PayPal at happyanimal777@yahoo.com. Okay, that's the introduction out of the way, so let's get to it. Today is Monday, and last Friday I go in like really sweating everything into LA Fitness, and really sweating. I usually go early after all my cat lady duties, you know. So I wasn't in the mood for any nonsense. It was really, really hot day. So I go downstairs, and there's another guy in the women's changing rooms. This is the fifth time I have had to tell men to get out of there, right? So I told him, get out. So this little woman turns around, well, not little, but smaller than me. And she goes, that's my son. Didn't even really look at me. She like so dismissive. That's my son. It's okay, it's my son. I said, I don't care if he's your son. Get out. Anyway, so we had an altercation. And then we went upstairs. And I guess there was more of an altercation. The management wasn't there, but there was some sales assistant there who didn't. Well, we have a phrase for that in England. And it's a little course. He didn't know his something from his elbow. So he didn't realize this is a serious, sensitive situation and you should not have been in the women's changing room. So he goes, I'll just deal with it. So he goes down there, and it's protocol that I helped establish that they put men, if they're going in there, say they're a workman or something, they put a sign, like as you go into the gym, the changing room, women's changing room, and they shout out that they're going to come in. Although they probably don't wait around for any freaking answers, you know. Anyway, so he goes downstairs and he deals with it, and I'm just thinking, yeah, typical stupid, really, you know. But anyway, in the meantime, the manager did come, and I went and talked to him, and I told him my dissatisfaction. Anyway, so yesterday I go in there, and he goes, we started to talk about it again, and he goes, because he wasn't there on the weekend, but he said the front desk manager's going to deal with this. And I had some issues to go and talk with him about yesterday. So he said, oh, this is not good. If it ever happens again, we're going to call the police. So at the time, I just go, oh, great. You know, and I just walked off smiling. I thought it was a good thing. And then I thought about it. I thought, I don't trust this law. Does that mean they're going to call the police on the trespasser or on me, you know? So then I go in today, and first of all, I talked to the front desk manager. I'll tell you what he said. But then the manager, I said, well, there's a whole load of things I said, oh, I'll give you the backstory on them. But I did want that clarification. Are you going to call the police on the aggressor or the person who's complaining about, the transgression? And he's like, both. I said, if there's a flare up. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, fine, you know. And so, I did some research on the web yesterday and today. It's quite an issue, women's changing rooms and the safety issues. And curiously enough, there have been problems with LA Fitness before, not this particular branch. A woman was sexually assaulted in the shower. There was a voyeur. I was not looking for muck. I just wanted to see what was coming up about women's changing rooms and the laws and safety around it, because these changing rooms are not safe. I'll go into it in a minute. In fact, I videoed something of the changing rooms, the shower rooms. Of course, there were no women in there. I'm not an invasive person like that. But anyhow, so I did some research, and guess what? Yeah, the sexual assault at LA Fitness, voyeur, and these are just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure. Voyeur, like taking photos under the stalls at LA Fitness, shower stalls, because they don't. At least in the gym I'm in, they don't have private changing rooms. If women want privacy, we have to go into the toilets, and there's only one large toilet. Most of them are tiny. Anyway, that's a serious issue. And then the worst thing was like a stabbing at an LA Fitness. And, there are precedents for this. I don't know how many people have got killed at gyms. Oh, which leads on to another point. But I know locally in Coral Gables, like a year or so, maybe 2 years ago, whatever, there was an employee at Equinox at Merrick Park, which is a very nice shopping area in Coral Gables. And a disgruntled employee from Equinox, he got fired that day, and so he killed 3 people. I think he shot them. So there's a lot of things that have gone off in gyms, right? Okay, that was connecting to something else. I forget. But anyway, so the situation at this LA Fitness is I was under the impression there wasn't a door going into the women's. Oh, that's killing my neck. I'm holding this up. I've got the equipment to put this camera on, and I haven't done it. Anyway, I just wanted to get to it. Anyway, the door is open, but it's round the corner. There's a opaque piece of glass. So, all right, there's technically a door, but it's very easy access to the front, and that's the way like this teenager came in. And also, I don't have a gripe about the teenager. I'm like, it's slow, and I hope it's freaking working. Oh, I'll stop it. Okay, here are the showers at South Miami LA Fitness, and here is the open doorway to the pool, where one day some guys came in when I was taking a shower. Okay, let's go. Hopefully no more problems with this camera and everything. All right, so I don't have a gripe against the teenager. When we were upstairs and I was sitting down, I was talking to this assistant with no clue, a young male. The boy came out and his mother was there being stupid, and because she thought she didn't. Hi, 4th time lucky, please. Anyway, so I didn't have a beef with the boy. He was very nice. I would say 16 or something tall, and very sweet. And he said, when we were talking to the assistant, when I don't know what that woman thought she was doing, his mother. And he said, well, I felt quite angry because I didn't want to go in there, It really wasn't his fault. So anyway, in the meantime, I remember. Hello, let's try again. So one of the things I found in my research is that a lot of women won't go to gyms because they feel unsafe. So anyway, I went in there today and I said, like I said, I've got this video which shows that there's no door, going into the showers. And that has been abused. I think I already told you I was at the shower. Some guys came in. Luckily, there's a kid in there, and I yelled at them, and they left. Maybe I didn't mention it. But then finding out a woman was sexually assaulted in the shower didn't make me feel any better. And I didn't say anything to management at the time because I thought they're not going to do anything. They don't care. Anyhow, so I told them they should have doors, by the pool and at the front. They should have doors and they should have them clearly marked for men and women. And I forget other things I told them. I said it's not safe. But apparently it was news to the guy on the front desk that there'd been at least one sexual assault at LA Fitness. And he was shocked. He goes, well, it hasn't happened here. I said, well, how'd you know? I said, that's as far as you know, because a lot of women don't tell anyone about rape and sexual assault. Actually, I used to be in the anti-rape movement for years and years in London. And maybe that's why God chose me to talk out about this, because guess what he told me? I'm just joking on this bit, honestly. But the guy at the front desk said, well, no one else has ever mentioned this, And here we go again. Anyway, I did apprise the guy on the front desk of a few facts about LA Fitness that apparently he didn't know. So LA Fitness, as far as I'm concerned, can't be really bothered like many corporations. And actually, like my last beef, my last video was about corporation also, TikTok doing lousy things. So LA Fitness is clearly another one that doesn't really care about the safety of its members or its image, really, because can you imagine, I don't know how many crimes, oh damn, have been happening, at LA Fitness, but I'm sure there's a few. Anyway, so LA Fitness is unsafe. So let's see if upper management. Well, see, these two managers told me that they were going to put forward some suggestions to LA Fitness. I hope they do. So let's see if LA Fitness, corporate LA Fitness, improves LA Fitness and makes it safe for women. And I would like to reiterate my point that a lot of women, I didn't explain it clearly before, so clearly. A lot of women won't go to the gym because they feel unsafe, from men. Oh, and also at this particular gym, and I'm mentioning it obviously because it's South Miami Gym, and let's see if there's any changes. I said they should have some private changing rooms. I also told them, and I don't know how they're going to deal with this. Some of the women there are freaking sloppy. I mean, they have guys in the change room. This woman, invited her son in. She probably told him he had to get in there, And three, yeah, well, at least two other occasions, women had guys in there, including there was a teenage boy with two teenage girls. And the girls just glared at me. First of all, I told them to get out. And then, what's up with you? Bringing them in here, They just glared at me. Just bad. Anyway, it is like there's this mother of this child. Like some people are just so ignorant, you can't believe it. And someone just happened to women that is just so bad. And here are women messing with women's boundaries. What the hell is wrong with you, So let's see if LA Fitness does something great. Okay, well, thank you for listening. I hope you listened to the end. I hope you're already subscribed. And hopefully next time I've got great news, because this is the kind of video that I want to do. I start like a little YouTube thing episode. I go, guess what? My dreams are coming true. I'm making my movies. I'm creating my highly influential Cat and Dog Sanctuaries. Oh, by the way, did I tell you? TikTok. There's a mass movement, and TikTok now has stopped advertising and promoting animal abuse videos. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Okay, and I just want to mention one thing. It is, I don't know how to say it in a nice way, just a downer that I'm not doing about movies in my animal sanctuaries right now. And I do all this manifestation stuff. Okay, I'm going to mention two people who I think are really good. I do look at Neville Goddard stuff, but actually Elma O'Locker says things in a lot more accessible manner. And I do all kind of manifestation stuff like scripting and all kinds of stuff. And sometimes in my life, I instinctually did things and things would happen. Like I would write out the floor plan of a house, even if it was kind of fantastical at the time. Then boom, I would get the house. Things like this. But things have been stuck, particularly making my movies and stuff for years. So pray for me, I'll pray for you. be good. And if you see something lousy, you do something about it. All right. Thank you for listening.